Hey there, and welcome to the Chesapeake Bay Outward Bound School. Your students will have an opportunity to go on a 5-day overnight course with us this school year. This program is fully funded by the school, so there are no fees included with this course. All students can attend free of charge. You may be asking yourself, who is Outward Bound? Outward Bound is a nonprofit educational program who provides 5-day overnight trips and 1-day courses to students throughout DC, Baltimore, Prince George's County, all across the DMV. Today, we serve nearly 10,000 students a year. You may be asking yourself, what is an expedition? So an expedition is a 5-day overnight trip. Your students will have an opportunity to go hiking every day for 5 days. Each day, they will travel to a new campsite. In between this, they will be carrying all of their gear, their tents, all their food with them in a large backpack as they travel each day. They will also be traveling with a group of other students, usually about 8 to 10 students, and we will provide 3 highly trained leaders who will work with them each day. This is a 5-day program. Students would arrive at their school on Monday and return back to school on a Friday. If you look to the right of the page, you will get a detailed itinerary for the week. Throughout this process, we're teaching students how to cook for one another, how to read map and compass, how to work together as a group, and to rely on one another as they travel and camp each night. Here's a short video to kind of give you an idea of what to expect. Please note that this is video of courses all across the US, which involve kayaking, rafting, all of those things, but your students would only be backpacking, which is hiking every day with backpacks, carrying their food and gear.
There's a quote from the founder of Outward Bound that we always go back to, which is, "There is more in you than you know, and if you can be made to see it, you'll never accept anything less."
The wilderness can challenge you like no other.
That's the point. It's not supposed to be vacation. It's supposed to teach you to overcome challenges.
You're going to hit walls in your life. You're going to hit challenges, but you now know how to attack them in a constructive manner.
It thrusts you into the situation. It puts you there and makes you adapt, to survive, to conquer.
We start out by teaching them all the skills, whether it's knot tying to set up their shelters,
How to pack a pack, how to light a stove,
how to navigate on a map, how to read the water.
Canoeing, sailing, backpacking, whatever the element might be.
Above all of that, they learn compassion.
Additional leadership skills, communication, and teamwork that can serve them throughout the rest of their lives.
You're in a time of your life where you're developing yourself as an individual. Outward Bound to really make sure that you're focusing on the right things in life and that you're really building yourself and your character.
Many high school students are looking for more independence. So when they come on an Outward Bound course, they're often given the freedom to make their own decisions. And that responsibility is one that high school students don't often get.
Today was hard. It was the longest distance we've hiked. It was a lot of uphill. We had to walk through water and mud, and it was very physically challenging. But it was definitely worth it because at the end you feel good about yourself no matter how bad you're hurting or tired. You just feel really accomplished.
You know how like your parents tell you, they're like, I wish I could teach you this, but it's something you just have to live through. It's kind of like that. Like you have to experience it.
Right, you guys have to try this out. Great experience.
Do Outward Bound.
Yes.
So that was a culmination of experiences that your student may have on their Outward Bound course. And their journey starts now. So we're going to cover just a bunch of questions that people may ask about their course on this 5-day trip. So a big question we often get is, what do we eat on an expedition? So we pretty much can eat any and everything that you eat at home. Sometimes we'll have quesadillas for dinner. Sometimes we will do a Thanksgiving dinner. Sometimes you may have beans and rice or curry, things like that. We cater to everyone's dietary needs and restrictions as well. So if your student is allergic to peanut butter, we'll be sure to not carry peanut butter for the group, just so there's no cross-contamination. If there is a food allergy, we will also not carry that food with the student as well. So when registering, be sure to fill out all that information so that we can provide the best food for your student possible. We'll have snacks throughout the day. We provide breakfast, lunch, dinner. So there will always be food on hand. Another question we often get is, can students bring cell phones? So unfortunately, we do not allow students to bring cell phones on course. Our team will have satellite phones with them, so they'll be in constant contact with our team at base and at the school daily. So we always know where your students are. Our team will check in with our base camp in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening. We always say no news is good news. So if you don't hear from us, everything's going great. If there's a family emergency back home and you need to get in contact with us, you can do that through the school and we can have your student return home. We will have phones once at base locked up in a big locker so that all those phones remain safe and students can get them as soon as we return back from course. What happens if it rains or there's bad weather is another question we often get. So we provide all the gear, so all students will have a large rain jacket and even rain pants. We're pretty much ready for any and all inclement weather. If there is a big thunderstorm coming in, we could possibly leave the trail and come back the following day, just dependent. But otherwise, we will stay out there. If it's raining throughout the day, we'll still be hiking. Also, all of our staff are wilderness first responders. So that means they're medically trained and ready for anything that would happen. What are the sleeping arrangements like? So we carry everything with us, but we'll be sleeping in tarps, as you see in this photo. Students will be provided sleeping bags and a sleeping pad, which is kind of a small, tiny mattress that the students will use each night. Students will be paired up into sleeping partners and and they'll sleep there each night as well. And how do we stay clean? So unfortunately, there's no showers out in the wilderness, but baby wipes are a good thing to bring if you'd like. We often wash our hands constantly, hand sanitizer, all those kind of things. You can bring your own toothbrush, toothpaste, those kind of things, but there will be no showers throughout the week. And this is normally where I would come off and ask you all if you all have any questions, but since this is a recording, we'll skip this one. So there's a short course of what happens at Outward Bound. If you have any questions, please reach out to your school or us, and we'd be happy to answer them. Please register as soon as you can through the link provided from your school so that your student can join this trip. We'd love to have everyone registered by the end of next week, April 25th. Thank you so much and look forward to the adventure.